Another question here says, can a dog barking all night in my neighbor's apartment be grounds to terminate my lease? How do you deal with this issue if there's a dog that just will not be quiet?
A neighbor's dog.
Yeah, a neighbor's dog.
Well, is it grounds for me to terminate my lease? I was like, wait a minute, why would the landlord evict you for your neighbor's dog? But it would be, in our experience, pretty rare for you to be able to get out of your lease over an occurrence like that. What we would recommend that you do, if it is the same landlord, you know, that you're renting from, if you both have the same landlord, that you notify the landlord, and that occasionally, if it's really out of control, sometimes potentially it could become a police matter, just depending upon, you know, if there's anything else going on too. I mean, there could be something going on there.
Yeah, and I'd weigh in on that too. I'd say if your neighbor is creating a nuisance,
that's right, then
I don't know how much you're going to pay attention to a letter from somebody who's not a lawyer, but you have the right to say that that dog barking is creating a nuisance. I think you can complain to the police that it's disturbing the peace is what's going on there. Complain to the police about that. Try and get your neighbor to quiet down the dog, or you will complain to the police. You want to get along with your neighbors, but if you can't get your sleep, that's good enough reason to tell the neighbor, quiet down that dog, or else I will complain.
Well, whether it's a barking dog or maybe it's neighbors who've moved in and, you know, they are fighting all the time. What I'm hearing from both of you, it seems over and over again, that it's important to get accurate documentation. So if you do have a complaint, it's going to be important for you to have that complaint in writing so that there's a paper trail. Is that right?
Yeah, and especially if you do go to court, because that judge has most likely never been inside of your unit. So it's going to be your word and your landlord's word, and they're going to be totally, you know, on opposite sides. So if the judge hasn't been able to come in the house and kind of see either the conditions or, you know, what's going on, they have to go by what's in front of them. And so pictures, video documentation, receipts, you know, letters that you wrote. You always make sure to get a copy of any letter that you write. We recommend, you know, sending certified mail so you have proof that it was actually sent. Email, fax, something that has some sort of, you know, timestamp and, you know, some sort of proof that it was sent and received is really important for the judges.
Yeah.